Hello, I'm Alex Hamilton. I'm your host tonight. Recently, God revealed to me the existence of TED Talks. At first, I was amazed at the wealth of information therein. I was like, this is a game changer. Then I learned it stood for technology, entertainment, and design. An unholy trinity of the religion of science. A mouthpiece for the liberal agenda. A tool to indoctrinate the faithless and the weak of mind. I could not let this stand. It could not go unanswered. So I got down on my knees and I prayed to God. The Holy Spirit would come inside me, fill me up. And it did. I could taste the answer on my lips, on my tongue. The answer was to have a real enlightening discussion with you, the people of America. Here at Red Talks, we're going to discuss everything you wanted to know. From how God did everything to how trickle-down economics is not a trick. Why Santa, Jesus, and the Easter Bunny are white. How to calculate your sin score and ensure your path to heaven. Emotions versus data. Why your assumptions are never wrong. And those are just to name a few. Thank you. Now it's time to have a real enlightening discussion.
Good evening. I'd like to talk about mass hysteria. I'd like to talk about a problem that we need to address. Every year, it costs us billions of dollars. Every year, millions of people go into a frenzy, rabid obsession for consumption that's destroying us all. And I'm talking about Santa Claus. I'm talking about the lie of Santa Claus that we're perpetrating upon our own children, destroying bonds of trust, destroying any hope for creating a future that we want to live in. When you tell a child, when you lie to a child about a fictional person that is Santa Claus, and then as soon as they learn the truth, you make them complicit in continuing the lie, you're teaching children that a well-curated delusion is preferential to reality. And what this does, it creates a society of children growing up unaware of the delineation between childhood and adulthood, unaware that they need to embrace and engage reality, and you set them loose seeking a preferential delusion. This is wrong, and we need to stop it. Every year, more and more children are lied to, only because it's the way things have been done. And that's called default thinking, which is the most destructive, wrong kind of thinking, the kind of thinking that's caused more war, famine, genocide, and death than any other kind of thinking. Default thinking is what leads people to accepting Internet Explorer as their web browser. When anything that is considered it should be without any evaluation of alternatives, you're on the wrong path. We need to teach children not just that Santa Claus is a lie, but that the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, some religious belief, and we need to teach children the truth. We need to stop lying to them about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and about the Tooth Fairy. We need to teach them the truth. We need to let them know that it's okay to acknowledge and embrace reality and create the world that's worth living in, to create a future brighter than ever. If you stop lying to about Santa Claus, I will too. We need to stop this now. Thank you.
America What do you think about it? When you think of America, what do you think about it? I think about zoos. I think about zoos being one earthquake away from a total fucking nightmare for the people that live within a 2 mile radius. That's what I think. I think if I'm gonna become president one day, then we're gonna have to make the walls around zoos a little bit higher. I think I don't like element. I think I don't like elephants. Um, Pachyderms, more like pack your bags. We don't need your germs. If we're talking about zoos, if we're talking about grocery stores, you start coughing in one of them, you're out of there. I'm sick of being in the produce department, having someone coughing all over the apples, all over the pears, all over the oranges, all over what have you. I'm sick of it. They're out of there. If we're going to go further in the grocery stores, those mechanical horses they have in those, they're getting out of there. My brother got really hurt falling off one time. We're going to lower the sidewalks. I'm tired of tripping over sidewalks. We'll make it illegal to cough in a movie theater. Quite frankly. But also movie theaters, aren't those things just a little too dark? It's like, what am I trying to do? Watch the movie Twister or get lost in a dungeon? But yeah, let's lower the sidewalks. We're gonna lower sidewalk.
I'm Alex Hamilton, and I'm your host. Today I'm going to talk to you about unborn children and why they are more important than living children. What it comes down to really is the Old Testament, the Bible. Original sin. We all know the story of Adam and Eve. I don't need to redress that with you. Eve carried with her the taint of original sin. That is passed down at the point of birth to every child. That is why unborn children are more important than living people. Because they are pure, untainted by the sin of man and woman.
Hi, hello. I am Oliver Johannesson. I'm here to talk about something very important today. It's the war that is waged between feelings and data. And I am here to remind you that in any kind of battle between feelings and data, feelings always win. Always. Allow me to remind you why. Because feelings, they're the most important part of the human experience. Everything that we feel, the happiness, the excitement, the love, the fear, the jealousy, the anger, that is unassailable, okay? That is how I feel. You cannot tell me that is not how I feel. Only I know whether or not I feel like that. Therefore, that is the only data point that matters. God, sometimes just angers me so much thinking about all the people that are still arguing about this. It's unbelievable. Sometimes they say things like, but Oliver, what about the scientific method or cause and effect or action and reaction? Shouldn't we be trying to steer the world into some state that we want it to be? But isn't that unscientific? But no, it is not unscientific. Allow me to explain, okay? Just listen, is what you would tell them. You say this. You say, have you heard of Charles McDarwin's Origin of Species? Yeah, so that's where evolution came from, and basically that's when we all learned that the strongest survive, okay? It's nature, it's natural. And just as natural as my feelings are, if we have a disagreement, well, then it's your feelings versus my feelings, and then our feelings have a battle. That's how that works. It's nature, okay? There's nothing unscientific about it, okay? And sometimes they just keep pushing it. They're like, oh, cause and effect, blah, 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 science. Well, you know what? You just tell them, you keep pushing it, buddy. I'm going to cause my foot to affect up your ass.